Hi everyone, it's me Joe, and today I'm giving you a brand new favourite makeup review video. Now I've done these in the past, kind of like summertime skincare favourites and things like this, but there's so many things on the market right now that people are going crazy about, whether it's the new Rihanna line, which I've got some behind the scenes tea about, to my favourite new products. So today I thought I'd give you a brand new video about those favourite things. So before I go in with the review of the video, I really want to share with you this brilliant way of getting your favourites to you so much easier, so much more sensibly, and it's so much more smarter. Now Shop Tagger is a brilliant way of doing so, and the way I've done it, which I'll give you a quick demo, is you basically install a browser kind of add-on, which I'll show you now. So I'm super excited to have found some of these for such a brilliant bargain, and Shop Tagger is a brilliant way of doing so. So the way it works really is you install it to your browser, which is very straightforward if you've got Google Chrome, which I do. Very easy to do. So you start with your favourite shop, you find your favourite item, you fill in the details for it, and then if there is a sale or any element to this that will give you a discount, you will get push notifications or you will get an email to your email that gives you that information. So it's a really brilliant way of getting things for a bargain. I personally love getting lip glosses when they have those discontinued ranges, as they do with Decay. You'll often see the purple ones in the sale and they're not always advertised. It also allows you to show when it's back in stock if things go out, because often when you buy big shoes like I do, they're often out of stock, so you have to wait till they get back in because they have a limited supply for a size 13 heel, which is quite a difficult one to get. But it is a brilliant way of just giving you those alerts, so it's definitely a bonus for everyone out there that shops. So you basically create wish lists of all your favourite products and they're saved all together like so. I'll show you on the screen. So it's a brilliant way of never missing a sale, and now let's go in with my favourite products today. So let me just start by saying we do have some Fenty to show you today, which the man friend has actually been developing with the company that represents Rihanna. Basically, he actually signs off on the paper. He's not the creator like me, he's not the creative person, but he is the person that signed off on it and has been working on this since January. Well, I know a lot about the behind the scenes of this line before it came out, but I'm super excited to show you what she's launched with, because they are very beautiful packaging. They're all honeycomb inspired, as you guys can see. If you actually look under a light, they have a blue kind of iridescent to the white plastic of the highlighters. This is Icy Moon, which I thought was one to show you. Everyone's been ranting and raving about the golden one, but I thought the silver one might be great to use. So I'm just gonna swatch it. As you can see, it's very white. I've got to be honest with you guys, I'm not really familiar with these new highlighting products because I'm from the old school where I kind of mix my own stuff up, and I don't think you can get as strong a highlight as if you use a loose pigment, because when you actually compress something, you cannot compress it completely with the iridescent mica, because you need to add the other ingredients to keep it solid. So if you really actually wanted to get those ridiculous blinding highlights, you have to compromise by mixing different levels of mica and pressing it in certain ways, which can damage the integrity of the product and make it kind of fall apart, like we've seen with the Subculture palette when it comes to Anastasia Beverly Hills. So it's very difficult to kind of understand how the pigment kind of works in these formats, because you can't really get a proper formula that's got this deep intense pigment in unless it's got some cream element to it and it's slightly emollient. Now, I'm not going to say this is not a good product, because I do think it's a good product and I think the whole line is brilliant, especially the foundations. But side comment, I did offer some advice behind the scenes, not that I'm allowed to, but I did think that they should put a few more darker shades and skip some of the peachy shades towards the lighter side of the Fenty Beauty, because there are a few colours that I thought aren't very common, and I think they should just skip those elements in the foundation shades and focus on a blue tone, dark skin colour towards the end, and a more of a chocolatey kind of olivey tone, because I think those were missing from the darker end of the scale. But that's just my opinion anyway. Next on my list is Thierry Mugler Aura. Now, I have an engraved version of the Aura because obviously I work with Thierry Mugler and went to their UK launch. So I do love this fragrance, it's my new favourite, and I do tend to like things when they start to go a little bit kind of off the radar of the trends. So at the moment I'm actually wearing Womanity by Thierry Mugler because I think it's just been discontinued. But I do like both of them, so shout out to Mugler. Next on my list is my favourite tan in the world, and this is Loving Tan, and this is Loving Tan 2 Hour Express. Now I use the regular one, and I use Ultra Dark or Dark, and I also use the Ultra Dark bronzer. Now it doesn't come out bright orange at all. They have a really clever olive undertone in this product, so it doesn't actually look too Jodie Marsh going bodybuilding, if you know what I'm saying. It does have quite an elegant glow to it. It also doesn't have that irritating fragrance thing that develops it. They sometimes in these products, they put a barrier which shows you where you've placed it, but it doesn't show you the tan, because the tan takes a minute to develop. And if they put too much of that developer in it, it does have an effect where it dries your skin out, and if you have very sensitive skin to begin with, you will get eczema from it, or dermatitis essentially, which is awful. Sometimes with the 2 Hour Express tans, you will see this more commonly because they actually put more of it in there. But Love and Tan is definitely the one that I've not seen any reaction with. Next on my list is actually something that's been out for a while, but I wasn't familiar with it, and it's the Too Faced Melted Liquefied Longwear Lipstick. Now, I don't like liquid lipsticks because I feel for a lot of people, they don't work because they actually stick to the skin, and very similar to a fake tan, they will cling to any dry areas of the mouth. Now, if you have dry lips, they're not going to be suitable for you for all day wearing, especially when you're on the go, because as soon as you try and top up a liquid lipstick, it can emulsify or it can cake. It doesn't have a dry down to it in the same way others do, so I really like this product. Next on my list is actually the gorgeous products by Urban Decay. Now, I again don't like the liquid lipsticks because for me, I find them to really dry your lips out. The ones that I really like are the purples by Urban Decay. Now, I've got a selection here that I quite like. Can you see them all together? I particularly like Firebird, which is the pink, and I got the opportunity to work with Urban Decay at IMATS, so they are a brand I very much like. I also like Brat. I love to get the Urban Decay Naked Skin palette out at the moment because I do like the contour in it. I'm not as a fan of this as I am as this one. So that's my favourite products at the moment, and I've been really enjoying getting my mindset kind of ready to explore these new style of products because I use my kit and I use my personal kit, and I have a different theory with makeup than the products that are built today. Everything's built very kind of for the use of what they are. So you can't really use an eyeshadow today on the cheek, whereas I would be comfortable doing so with a sugar pill. I feel today a lot of times products are made specifically for their purpose, so you get palettes that have very finely milled eyeshadows in. You don't necessarily have the ability to use them for the face. Like with Urban Decay, they actually have a lot of products and palettes that are set up so narrowly, you really wouldn't be able to get a very big brush into them. So it's a very new kind of mindset to me because I really like the kind of mix and match element of the old style of makeup, if you will, and I think some of these products are very kind of like specific. They don't have too many alternatives. Alright guys, well that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed that one. Just cool to share some of my favourite new style of products. Hopefully you check them out if you wanted to try some new products for yourself. Definitely stay tuned. I had a really great meeting today with a new brand who've actually asked me to come on board to formulate some stuff for them, so I'm super excited about that, and I'll show you what they have already. And I think from now we're just going to be doing these favourite videos sporadically if there's a new product out, and I hope you guys enjoy them. Check out Shop Tagger in the links below. You can definitely install it to your browser and get all those fabulous, fabulous, fabulous things it does, which is very useful for me. And I will see you all in my next video.